Sit down, Dalton. I'm back. All right, I'm in FS 2020 today. I'm gonna try a little small cross country. We don't have any electrical navigation, so we're gonna have to do it by eye. I think I can do this one by eye. Maybe I'm gonna try to venture up from Ripley, Tennessee, 103620M2, which is Reelfoot Lake, and I'm gonna try to do it by. Well, I'll be using the compass from Dyersburg to Reelfoot, but I'm gonna do a little cross country here up to Dyersburg, follow the 51 highway, and try to notify where uh, Arnold Field is and the little Dyersburg airport also. And then from there, I'll try to navigate the best. I could go up the river. I might do that, but I've got to make sure when I get to Reelfoot Lake, I know where I'm at. And anyway, I did it yesterday. It took me quite a while. In fact, I had to use a little second map to find the airport because I was so low I couldn't see the uh, borders of the lake to figure out which little lake I was supposed to be looking at. So we're gonna try that. I may climb up a little just as I get there so I can look around a little more, see if I can see better. But I used a little map and found it yesterday, but I didn't record it because first thing I don't fly 2020 except once in a great while. I don't really like it that much. First thing I don't have all the navigation stuff, and I don't enjoy it. I can't get around and use electrical navigation. Anyway, uh, we had a big update, and I downloaded it last night, and that's the reason I flew like I did, just checking. And the Piper Cub's what I flew, and that's what I'm gonna fly today. So let's see what we can do with it. And if it's dark, we'll make it daylight. We'll go to here, and I got the Piper Cub already selected. And our last search, see our last search, so right there, see it there? I just searched to get the ICAO. I thought I knew it, but I want to verify it. Here's the one I want to set as departure. So don't say that, does it? It's got it ready to go, it says, but runway 2 says departure. What did I say? I think I said delete it. Set as departure. That's what I want right there for sure. And let's get on the ground. Now, if the brakes is locked, I have to. My brake button has also got something else on it, so it brings up a little window that they've got installed here lately. And we are on the ground. Actually, I almost can't navigate this thing. I don't fly it enough. All right, now I know where I'm sitting. And this is actually the way it looks. Now, I know because I worked here over the years. I worked on that little house right there. That's not the. That actually don't look like it, but it's a little house right now. I remodeled it. I'm a construction worker, carpenter, self-employed, and I contracted that. And of course, this little building here is not. That road is not quite that. It's got a fence road between here and that road, and it's got houses across the road. That's more houses than that, and they're some of them 2 stories pretty well. A little bit, at least they're pretty tall. You have to come in around them, I think. I don't fly from here in real life. I don't fly in real life, but anyway, the man that owns this, his wife is who I've done the remodeling for. Actually, her mother did the contracting to me, and one of the worst jobs I ever had in my life. As far as ability to communicate with them, the elder lady was fine. The daughter was something else. Apparently, this thing don't have brakes. It's got brakes, but it don't have handbrake. I couldn't find it. And if it had one, it would be set down. It ain't set. I was trying to set it when I landed. I couldn't set it. I couldn't find it nowhere. Apparently, it don't have a handbrake. Now, this thing has a tendency to want to be squirted right here, so let's see if we can get off the ground without losing it. See there? get off the ground quick, don't it? I'm gonna get the flaps up. Try to get the 51 highway should be right over here. There it is right there. Now you'll be looking at Home Hardware, which is no longer existing. Walmart right down there on the right. Right there, Walmart right there, Walmart parking lot right there. Bank, hamburger stands, little shopping mall right there around that little thing there. I go around the shopping mall going every day, every time I go to town. Let's go up 51 highway now. This is 2-lane 51. I'm pushing the wrong button. I'm trying to set the trim. I'm setting it higher all the time, and I want to set it down. Now we don't need to be full throttle. Oh, we didn't fill up. Looks like we might need some fuel. Maybe we stop at Hall to get a little fuel. This thing don't land good either. I don't like that. But anyway, what we do, we're going to go up this 51 highway. The only over truck on the 51 highway between here and Dyersburg is Hall, Tennessee. And it's right just outside of the airport, off to the right of the highway at the airport up there. I found it pretty good yesterday. A little further over than I expected, but I'm trying to get that trim down just a little bit nose where we quit climbing so bad. Keep bumping it don't seem to be doing much. Now maybe that's it right there. Maybe a little too much now. It seems like it just keeps moving after you stop. Now, let's find that overpass. There's a lot of stuff on the highway out of Ripley, but right offhand, there is one thing I noticed yesterday. It is there. It's a little trailer park that's left up here. The storms over the years has tore it up a couple of times. Well, I noticed it was in here. Everything's pretty well in here. I think the buildings are not what they are, but they are buildings where their buildings are. That right there should be probably Chipman Road, the way it crossed on that angle. Could be another, but now I don't remember no trees being in the middle of the road between the divided here. Actually, the road's not divided here. It's 4-lane, but it's not really divided. Well, a little bit's grass strip. You're right, it is got a grass strip. There ain't no trees there that I know of, or nothing I can remember. I travel it pretty well every day or two. I need to go to Walmart today, which is back there where we come in at, just coming out of that side of the street across. So I come out of Cleveland, going into town from Central. Cool Road. All that end of it back to Ripley. I'll be coming out of either actually. Yeah, let's see where we're at now. Watch out, trees. We're looking for an overpass. It's a pretty long over flight, but it's one that took me forever to get from Dyersburg to Reelfoot yesterday, seemed like. I don't fly this simulator, but I don't like the way it planes. See how it sashays back and forth? I used to have a simulator back in 19, well, in about 2000, a little before. It did that, and I hated that thing. The little plane just like it's on a string. I think that's not like it. It's almost like it's got a center of gravity there, and it's tied on a string. The plane sashays back and forth when you really ain't doing nothing. See, it don't just turn, it just sashays. The screen, it don't travel on the screen like I think it should. So that's what they got, and that's the way it goes. There's another highway crossing on an angle. Maybe a round curve, I don't know. I wasn't really paying enough attention to make out where I am. But really all I'm looking for is that overpass. It's the only one on here. I spotted it yesterday and it was on here. Oh, to the left of the overpass is a service station with a little, it's got like a rest, not really a restaurant that much, but they serve food. They have a buffet to go in. You can sit down and eat also if you want to. You know, eat a few meals out there. I ain't never sit down and eat one. Get them to go. They're not that good, but they'll serve purpose. They'll fill a little bit if you're hungry. Sometimes they ain't fit to eat, but most of the time it's decent. That's being as honest as I can be. Alright, now we're up here around the curve area. I believe there's probably Gates Road, probably right there. So it means we're not too far away from, but I didn't actually see a little trailer park today, but I saw it yesterday. We should be past it by now. Another road. Another road. I know, I'm pretty sure I know what it is right there. That right there is just outside of Hall. The old software plant should be right to the right over there on the old 51, which is 207, I think. 207, 209, something like that. Don't remember exactly. Bus going back and forth, a truck. He got a short run, don't he? He don't have no whole lot of. He sure got a short little run. That does too. I didn't notice that yesterday. Oh, here's a little bridge out here at the bottom thing. Alright, you'll clip treetops. I don't know what that is over there. Maintenance. Like I said, I don't have as much fuel. I've probably got enough though, to be honest with you. Don't take a lot to fly this thing this distance. I probably had to fly this thing yesterday, probably come in a half a tank or something. Alright, where are we? We ain't spotted that overpass yet. There it is right there. See the overpass? It's the only one on this highway. Now we're going to break off to the right and go right over in here somewhere. That's it right there. It's a big old slab. That's the airport. It's bigger in here than it was. It's laid out more original, I believe. There's a lot of concrete there. This is an old World War II air base. Naval Air Station, I think, or something. Army Air Base, I believe it was. They flew out here and did practice runs down the Ashport bottom. You still find shells and stuff down there and where they fired in the ground out there practicing. There's not much now, but used to pretty regular back in the 50s, 60s. Now, I'm not going to stop. I might wish I had them. I'm not going to stop in case. I'm going to keep going. If I don't have any trouble, I may go ahead and stop. The only runway they use here is the one across the back over yonder. It's for GA traffic. Nothing else comes in here. There's one or two people parked planes out here. Not very many. I may just go ahead and set this thing down. No, let's go. I'm talking myself out of it again. Alright, now the airport is back to the west. On the 51 highway back to the west. Let's go to the 51 highway. We don't have to go fully west, but west, northwest, slightly north or west. Let's find the 51 highway again. Hopefully we got enough fuel. Probably almost a third of the way already. Almost, not hardly. Dyersburg maybe third to halfway. 51 highway won't be far off the end over here. It is a turn, I think I see it. Let's find it and go into Dyersburg. At Dyersburg Airport, we should see it also if we look for it. It'd be off to the left of the 51. Just after you pass a place called Folks, or right in Folks. Or 4 Points. Folks is off to the right of that. 4 Points is my main point on the highway. There's the 51. Now you'll pass over some new bridges out here. They actually are. They're still working on it. They are new. Over the, I think, O'Bine and the North Fork of O'Bine. Two bridges. Warm in here. I had my air on, but I turned it off. Now it's getting hot again. Well, like I said, it won't shut itself off. It keeps running. It's pretty cool. It will shut the compressor off, but that's after it gets pretty cold. Like I said, the other way from the sunshine day, yesterday it wasn't shining and it wouldn't kick on off right. Now, here's one of the little bridges, but it's not. May want to be a lot of water around. Here we go, right here, with the farmland rolled into the bottom here. John's the bridge right there on the first one. There's two of them. The last one's under construction right now. I think it is. The hell, they've been under construction for 2 or 3 years overall. Updating them. New rails and a little wider, I think. But anyway, here's the one over the water here in Hood. It's just a drive. Backwater shed's what it amounts to. Maybe a little water in, I don't know. It ain't in here. Right here it does, and not very far apart. That right there is under construction right now. The right hand lane is only a half lane to get through. What's that have? It's 1 lane of 2, what it amounts to. Total span of 12.6, I believe. Anything wider than that, you don't go that way. Well, turn her machine on. I am recording, hon, for a few minutes before I leave the house. She probably didn't hear me, but I tried to tell her. She turned on music, I'll have to stop and let her know. Now here is old Ford Salt Shop on the left there, and right here is a guy that does antique stuff, antique cars and stuff. Instead, I heard he got some old 50s and maybe even 30 or 2 out there, something sitting out there. He buys a lot of antique cars. My understanding he shops for the ones that are matching number, body and motor and all matching number. So they actually came together and they are together, they're intact. Now, actually past there, we're not too far away from Dyersburg itself. There'll be a crossroads up here. There'll be 4 Points. First light in Dyersburg City area. I don't remember what that building is off to the right there. I actually don't remember that building off the road. Oh, yeah. No. I thought, started to say something, that ain't it. That's something else. It's a construction. I don't even know. I don't know much about what's up in here, other than I know where these areas are. We're not. Looks like an airport over my left right now. It is an airport. I see that that's one tower. I might have missed 4 points. Definitely an airport. Got that tower on it. Oh, airstrip. This is Hall's Airport right here. I just didn't see the 4 points. I missed it. I was going to use 4 points to find the airport. It's a little closer than I thought to the highway too, but okay. Now what I do here is I want to go toward the east a little bit, about east northeast a little bit. It's roughly 6 miles or so to the VFR. I don't know. I'm not using the VFR, but I'm just going to estimate out this way, because what I usually do is come off of it. No, I'm going to go to the river. Instead of going out, yesterday I used the compass. I couldn't keep the compass in line. I was off 20, 30 degrees both ways, all off and on all the way up through there. Most times 4 or 5 degrees, but sometimes it get way off. Now my trim I got so bad I'm having to raise it way up. I ain't changed the throttle that I know of, so that's the only thing that changed the difference. Speed, you have to set the trim again. Let's go over toward the river. It's over here, it ain't too far. West, northwest. 27 miles from the VOR to the Ripley Airport, but we got nothing to tell us where we are for that matter. But we get over and find the river. It ain't too far over here. We'll go up the river. If we can locate, we'll climb a little bit. We're only 500 feet now. Up 600 feet, very high. We'll climb to about 2,000. That way we'll be able to look around the terrain better. Might be able to pick it out better. Now that time I spotted an airport. I'm learning that these airports, new airports, the concrete is more prevalent. You see more of it. I act like I'm slowed down. I'm not doing 50 knots. I might have pushed that throttle down not knowing it. That's a little slow there, to be honest with you. Come on, where's the river at? It's out here somewhere. I don't want to go totally west. I don't want to go north too fast either. Getting up close to 1,000 feet now. Just slowly climbing after turning the speed up. Could have went on 51 out 412 to the river. But we're south of 412. It'll be a bridge across. Going this angle, I may cross it before I get there. I'm still moving north a little bit. Get too far north really for what I'm trying to do. Go to the river. Where did the river go? Somebody see that? That's one marker should always be there. I see it now. I see a neck in it or elbow in it. See if I got any coffee in my cup. I gotta get out here and go to town. I got a few other things I need to try to do today. I gotta go to town and get some stuff over there. out of milk, sugar, a few things. I'll try not to run out of milk. We run slap out yesterday. She got some cans, I think. We out of pasteurized bottled milk. I'll go ahead and try and get us some. I just buy a gallon of about 2 halves so we don't have to open all at one time. Try to turn the air back on. She been up morning, but I'm hot. I'll take my headset off about a minute. Turn it off one here when it comes on. Make sure it did come on. It's on. It'll be cool in here in just a minute. It's beginning to get a little too warm. Alright, we're up at 2,000. That's alright. 2,500 ain't bad. Going by the electric navigation out of Dyersburg, I generally fly about 1,200, 1,500. But it'll lead me straight to the airport. I don't have to worry about finding it other than just eyeballing it. It'll lead me out pretty well straight to it. This way I have to find it in several lakes. It's on that last lake on the right and north end of it. I was flying around yesterday. I thought somebody done got my airport. I couldn't find it. Put a little map up and zoomed it out and found it. There it was. There's another little lake on over there that I wasn't seeing. Actually, 2 of them. I was turning around in Middle Lakes. I wouldn't know all the way to the. I was talking about 412 right there's your bridge at 412 right there. But we done made it that far north and west. There's your bridge right there across interstates. There's an interstate going up through here. Or in return, I think. Goes up through Union City. That would take you for also. Fly along here, check the river out. Let's see what I've got in the river. Try to get, maybe get. This similar here ain't friendly with water, is it? The water don't do right, but it's still they've got it down where they was. I saw some guys flying yesterday in the canyon. Grand Canyon actually, and one of them was dragging his wheels in the water. And if you ain't real careful, his wheels will flip that plane in FSX. It ain't bad about that. It will crash if you get deep enough. Well, I got mine said it's popping me up 50 feet in the air. But there's that highway right there going to Union City. One of the islands in Mississippi. The only one I know of is the too far north for it. The one I know of is up in Ashford over across to it. Dike. They put them dikes in to divert the water, keep the channel deep, keep the banks from washing on that side, keep the channel deep. They force the water into one channel, which make it dredge itself, and it's deeper for the boats. They don't run on ground like they used to as much. So I dredge the river all the time. I imagine there is some dredging going on, but not the whole river. Don't have to be dredged now all the time. The dikes are large, river rock, gray stone. They hauled in and put in there. Brought these in by barge, but they hauled them in. Unloaded them, built these dikes. civil engineers work. My mother's baby brother, he's still alive. He's the only one left. He's civil engineers for years. Mostly crane operator, I think, crane people. After he retired, they got to come back and work in the parts place as a part-time stockman because he knew what the parts looked like and what they were. And that crane, if it did anything to do with that crane, he knew exactly what it was. Don't want to mess right here and miss real with it. So I need to get back over here and start looking for it. 20-something miles cross country, a little further up this way probably. And it takes a little while to get there. I'm going to climb back up to about 2,000, 2,500, maybe even 3,000. So I can look out across this way. We ought to be getting pretty close to where we can see the real foot, to be honest with you. May even be looking at it right now, maybe that far up. And that's just the elbow in the river there. Pretty good elbow, ain't it? Keep on climbing. We need to be able to see. Because yesterday my mistake was being too low, I believe. A few other people flying around here. Them tags, they can be a long ways off and still show up or not really be that close to you. We're climbing at 1,500 and climbing. We're still coming up here pretty good. I'm a little too fast probably for this plane. The throttle ain't wide open. Almost, but not quite. Now, move out this way a little bit. I'm pretty sure we like some north yet being there. These rivers are crooked, take about twice as long to follow the river. Cut across elbow to elbow, shorten it up a little bit. 2,500 coming up. Go about 3,000, I'll be plenty high. Fuel, I forgot about, oh, we good shape. Fuel's going real slow, we got that. We got this. I heard that before. Tried to get inside the FSX, it don't work like that. Yeah, I tried to get inside the FSX plane and that ain't the way this one works. I fly FSX, I don't fly this thing very much. I need to practice a little bit with it. I don't really know enough about it. I've got one plane I bought I can't even fly yet. I don't know what's wrong with it though. I probably got some settings that came with the plane that have to be changed before you can actually fly it. I bought it with a biplane, but all it does is fly straight, it won't turn. Usually that consists of probably being a tail wheel lock. Lock the tail wheel and it locks everything and you actually can't turn the plane. It won't roll but a very little, it won't roll hard at all. It won't turn, like say any, go straight line. You go up and down. But anyway, I may learn to fly one of these days, but I hadn't really tried that much. Oh, we're up above 3,000, headed to 4. We're high enough, I believe now. We're going to try to maintain somewhere around this area. 35, 37, it don't matter. Until we get up there to real close, which should be pretty soon. I see some water right yonder out away from the, that's it right yonder, I think. I see water out away from the river. That should be the first lakes. We'll have to go all the way to the east lake and north. It's one big area, but it's, I think it's sort of divided a bit. Over the years, it probably grew up a little something. Talk about in the news, it got talking about little earthquakes we've been having. I hadn't. I said I hadn't. I think I have felt some at night, but not the ones they talking about. I was lay down at night and I feel like I feel one every now and then. But I was looking at the regularity of how they recorded them. About 10 days apart for the last 30 days or so, 40 days. They one on the 19th, one on the 21st, one around the 31st. Close enough to 10 days to call it. But you go watch that pattern, you better watch that. You got a pattern, you got something going on. So it was up around just above real foot. Imagine it falls up in here, it goes all the way down through here. That was the Memphis News talking about it being, well, I tried to get the news, it didn't make sense. I went to Google Tennessee earthquakes. Or it is the lakes I see them now. Like I said, I see 3 for sure. And I think I have another one on out there, one a little further north, off the end of it. A lake they call Blue Hole. I think that's where the airport's at. Now, I don't know that much about it, so I may be wrong about which one's which. But Blue Hole's up in that area somewhere. Once we get where we see, and we know which lake we're looking at, I don't want to have to use this little map up there to find it like I did yesterday. Without that, I would never found it. I flew in circles out here for a long time. But circling over the lakes and not getting, there's another lake to the north and east that I wasn't seeing. And that's where the airport's at. Now you see way north of Germany, leg, that's probably where we're headed. And in FSX, you come point to be 3 and you take the one on the right, go across and you're there. But in here, it's a little different, probably more accurate in here, though, would be my guess. I flew around these right here yesterday forever thinking that was all of it. Even the one on the other right over yonder, I flew around it. It looked like it's an off wash, it didn't look like a regular lake. But we see right now the lake way to the north, that's probably where we headed. I couldn't see that yesterday, I was too low. It's hard to call it a lake from here, that's what it is. It looks like a little neck of some kind. And I don't have the tags turned on. I was having trouble with the plane. The guy got me to turn off some stuff. The tag was in while we turned off. Which it don't need the tag, except flying in this one, you don't have enough information. The tags do help you find the airport. Well, if you don't have enough information, you can sort of out of bay of which one which is what. I done climbed another 1,000, I didn't really mean to. This airspeed a little higher than it needs to be in this plane. Anyway, that one leg sort of angling across out there at the end. That's where I'm headed right now. I'm pretty sure that's it. But like I said, it's 27 miles from the VFR. We don't have a radio to set it up on in here. Because it's a Cessna, set it up on radio. I could use the electronics out of Dyersburg to find it, actually. Put it behind me at 27 miles, radio 353, and you'd be there. Pretty near over the airport. But we don't have that luxury in this plane. We don't have the real trying to change the view just a little bit when you go out the back of it. Keep coming down. I think we done spotted what we need to see. Got to be about 600 feet to land or so. I think it said 1,500 up there. I thought 600 was what it was from the FSX. Get my everything calibrated here that it uses to fly by. Go across this lake and across that one yonder. It's got that hook on the left end of it. It's the other lake up there that we hit, I think. Got a north hook on the left end of that first lake there. Second lake. Well, actually, third lake. This is all one lake, but I'm counting pretty divided there. Down to 2,000 falling. Now my trim's too low while it goes too high. I don't really get the Lord just yet. I know where I'm going. I do know I'm on the right lake, that's all I know. Pretty sure it's way up on that upper neck up yonder. That's the reason I couldn't find it the other day. I was off by quite a, I had to zoom that map pretty heavy just to see it. And I was right along with all this right here circling around this lake and that lake coming too, I think. But I didn't see that one at the end of yonder. That's the one I was missing. I think it's probably it we're looking at terms of the end of the lake on to the left, the green streak. Probably there. Down to 1,000 now. So I'm pretty sure that's it right, John. But not 100% sure. At least we get the far end of the lakes this time. Out in the middle of the circle last time. Wasn't finding nothing. I thought I was looking down there, maybe a road to the other place to the left of it, maybe the airport. Like white little spot there. We won't know when we get there. A little closer. Pick it out. Up on down a little bit more. I think we're in the right area. Might call a couple of things about empty. Like I said, I flew this yesterday. I flew the compass from Dyersburg. Ended up over close to the river, way over to the west of what I had planned, because I couldn't hold the compass line. We were venturing off of it. One of these spot shutters in, I believe. I sort of look like one on the right. Or is that the runway right there? I'm looking on the left here. I'm gonna slow this thing down. I believe that's it right there on the left now. I know it is. Yep, I can see it now. Just got where I can see everything to make it out. To keep my airspeed, I have to heavy throttle, full flaps. We'll bring her in, short field landing. This thing don't taxi well, so I need to float it down. When I touch down, I need to stop. Taxi too bad, but under landing speeds it does, it goes crazy. Yesterday I actually landed in the park. Just rolled off of it at the end of the runway. I didn't really hit it too well. Wasn't too bad, but could have landed in the grass, don't hurt nothing. Anyway, let's see what we got going here. 100. We'll get on down under that a little bit, I think. Be alright. The full flaps will probably fly at 40, 60. Should, but that way. Get right in front of that runway so we hit it. When you get down close, the nose gets in the way. That makes it hard to hit the runway itself. We slow her down now, not way fast and probably pretty high. Touchdown was short yesterday too. Seen the grass under me when I touched down. I wasn't on the runway. I was over on that little turnaround there where I was at. Gonna be there today, if you ain't careful. Try to think back around that road. Let's stop this thing while I still can. Alright. We made the real foot. Let's take it over and park it. Now, since we didn't put no navigation in where we're going to go to, we don't have, I said we don't. I may have some assistance. I said I wouldn't. Yesterday I didn't have no assistance on parking. Look like I do today. So I need to top this fuel off, don't I? Well, reckon you'll let me top the fuel off and wait on me? Maybe not like it. I know, but I'm not quite ready, sucker. Did he tell you I was gonna go to the fuel box first? There we go, right there. I'm gonna put this thing plumb full. What I'm gonna do? Hey, 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 hey! Nobody told you to roll off. I didn't lock the brakes. Just a minute, bud. Talk with me. Just a minute. I'll be right there just a minute. Let me get through. Let me park here. Let me park this plane. I'll be right there to see what you're talking about. He told me to stop. He said, don't get too close. You're going to cut my blade. Blade going to cut me. Alright. That's it. Let's see if we can lock the brakes. See that what I'm talking about? That comes up when I hit the brake button. It ain't got brakes anyway. Why I keep saying that? Don't have park brakes. See, it still ain't got none locked. There. Okay. Back inside the plane. Up. Now that's supposed to kill that plane. Didn't, did it? That should have killed that plane. Cut the fuel slap off. Neither one of them have any effect. They also won't move when I move the throttle, do they? I didn't know that. I drove yesterday, but I didn't pay attention. All the lights I didn't turn them on. Turn these off. That'll kill it. But I wanted the fuel to kill it and then cut the magnetors off. Yeah, I know. I'm here. There'll be a continue button here somewhere. Oh, down at the bottom there. Now, there we go right there. That's all. Outside the plane. And we sitting there. Hey, the man done run off. He said, I ain't gonna say him trying to run over me. I'm gonna go back inside. This thing, the mouse span ain't wanting to do right. Anyway, there we go. That's it. This is town done. I'm gonna go bye-bye, and I gotta go to town take care of some stuff, and I got some more running around to do too today, probably. So I may not be back for a while. That's it. I'm gonna go on. Bye-bye.